Okay, this is lesson number 1. It's Matthew Coates here, guitar lessons for Sunderland and County Durham schools and my private pupils as well. And this is just to help you along through this rather difficult time and give you something to do. So today's lesson is catered for the students that are looking at LCM exams, London College of Music, and the Rock School. Okay, now so far we've been looking at chord structure. If I said 1, 4 and 5, they are the main chords used in a song. So chord 1, for instance, in the key of A, chord 1 would be A major, chord 4 would be D major, and chord 5 would be E major. Okay, so you've got these main chords. And we've been looking at chord families. And with the London College of Music exams, they deal with building a structure of chords so that you build a library up, which is jolly good, really. Okay, so I'm going to start today looking at the families. The very first thing I should emphasize is tuning. So just to help you to save getting any other gadgetry out, here's E, there's B, there's G, there's D, there's A, and there's E. Okay, so there's the note. You can play that over and over again. Just match the tuning up using your tuning pegs. Tuning a little at a time is better than sort of kind of attacking this tuning head and turning it too vigorously. Okay, and I'm also using this guitar because most of you have acoustic guitars, not electric. I have got an electric, but I'm just proving that this can be done on an acoustic. Simple as that for the time being. Okay, so we've got the A family of chords. Now, most of you in the schools will have this sheet. So we've got the A major shape, classic all in a row. Okay. We've got the A7 shape, which is that. Remember, we've had a bit laugh about that hook and horn rock sign. And then we've had what's called the A minor. There's that different quality. Okay. Now we've also got the D family. So we've got an upside down triangle shape. We've drawn little sort of that look like Greek kind of Hebrew signs on the board. So we've got an upside down triangle shape of D. We've got a mirror image, butterfly's wings for D7. Okay. Sorry, that one. Okay. And then we've got an awkward D minor. Okay, there's that one. Now there's the E family. Now this one's a classic shape because 2 and 3 are always working alongside each other, but then the 1 sneaks down on the 3rd string, 1st fret. The E7 is a staggered shape, sort of staggered horizontal shape. And then we've got the E minor, which is just the 2 together. E7 diagonal there. Yeah, okay. So here we go then. So I've talked about chords. I've talked about when we did the 7th chords and the 12-bar blues. I talked about FSF. Now, remember what that means. Finger, string, fret. Okay. We've also talked about M&M. Okay. Not the rapper, with meaning as in minimum movement. And we've also talked about the 0 with a circle around it and the crosses. And you'll know what they mean from your sheet, where to strum from and what strings to not include and what strings to include. So basically, we're just going to do a little 12-bar. Use 12-bar because it's where music all started from, basically. Every pop music, without going into any names or genres, etc. So what we've got is, we're going to start with an A. Okay, so there's our kind of horizontal shape all in a row. So here we go. We're going to do 1 bar of A. 2, 3, 4, and again. 2, 3, 4, and again. 2, 3, 4, and again. 2. Now we're going to change to D. 2, 3, 4, and D again. 2, 3, back to A. 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3. Now the big one. A, 2, 3, 4. E, 2. And then guess what? A to finish, because we've got to finish on the chord that we started with. Okay? Now you'll notice I'm using a strum with my thumb. Haha. Okay? You can use a plectrum. Obviously, for some people who are beginning, holding a plectrum has been a little bit complex, because you've got to hold it and kind of get it in your fingers so that you kind of create a little sort of almost like an extension of your fingernail. Okay, so but for the time being, just a gentle strum with the thumb will do. We'll go into detail with the plectrum in the next lessons over the next few weeks plus. So after that, what we're going to look at, let me just get the sheet, is a little bit of fun. Now, I mentioned to quite a few of you about the power chord, okay? Now, everyone kind of thinks, oh, well, you know, let's just play whatever with the power chord with a finger on the 6th string. But it has to be done properly, okay? So I'm going to start with a simple little exercise, okay? First finger on the left hand, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So finger 1, it's got to be finger 1. Please don't think that's finger 1, it's your thumb behind the back of the back of the neck, okay? So finger 1 is going to go on string 6, okay? And it's going to go on the 5th fret, okay? Now you've got to make sure that your thumb is behind the back of the neck, okay? And it's in line with the fret, the 5th fret wire, so that you're going to get a maximum strength of the finger. So watch this. I'm going to go like this, right? So just copy that, okay? I'll do that again, right? Then we're going to move it, miss a fret, and we're going to move it to the 3rd fret on the 6th string. Notice how I'm just pressing, making sure the fingers like that. There's a nice tunnel going underneath there, and I'm going to do it again. Right, and then I'm going to move it to the 1st fret and do the same thing. And then I'm going to go open, okay? Now then, my hand left the fretboard there. I should really just keep it there, but there we go. Now I'm going to put that together. Now notice, da-da-dum, 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 bam, okay? So here it goes. Okay, so just try that. Now, for the more advanced players, when I say advanced, the next level, watch what happens when I put that finger on. The 3rd finger is going to go, now I'll get this right this time, diagonally, but look, it's gone on the 7th fret. So again, the thumb's behind the back of the neck, that hasn't moved. All right, so you're keeping that diagonal shape. Now watch what happens now. I'm now just going to play the 6th and 5th string together. Now notice that makes a better sound, it makes a fuller sound. And obviously with an electric guitar, with a little bit of distortion, you can create a more resonant sound with it, which lasts a bit longer. Okay, but anyway, we're going to do the same thing. So the 1st finger is the boss finger. So that's going 5th fret, 3rd fret, 1st fret, and look what happened. Now, did you notice that they stayed the same? Now, obviously, I'm doing it. It looks as though it's easy, but it isn't. It's hard for some. If you can just manage with the 1st finger, that's brilliant. Now, we're going to have a bit of fun here. We all know this theme. We that theme, Rocky. We need a bit of that, bit of training. A lot of you will be doing the keep fit routines during this period, and that keeping ourselves moving, keeping it going. So yeah, let's have a bit of Rocky in this time of despair. Okay then, so let's do the Rocky thing. So we're gonna start. I'm just gonna use the first finger for this to give the beginners a chance. So we're gonna go like this. Now break that down so it went 5, 5, 3, 5. Now I'm referring to fret numbers. Fret 5, fret 5, fret 3, 5. And then I'm gonna go 5, 3, 1. And then repeat 1, 1, 3, 5. Now if you can copy that, so I'll do that slow. So I've got 5, 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 1, 1, 3, 5. Okay, so I'm going to put that, obviously, for the ones that have tried the power chord in the schools with the shape there. Okay, you'll be able to try this using the third finger as well. Notice the thumb follows at the fret it's at. So the thumb, when I'm doing at the 5th fret, is in line with the 5th fret. Imagine the fret is a backbone for your finger. Okay, so it's going fret 5, fret 3, fret 5. Then it goes fret 5, fret 3, fret 1. So when it reaches fret 1, it's in line with the 1st fret. Okay, so I'll just do the full version. So again, those of you that have used plectrums, then you can use your plectrum, what we've talked about in some of the schools. Those of you that haven't used plectrums yet for the right reasons, then just use your thumb, but just be gentle with it so that you don't end up with a blister on your thumb. So here we go then. So it's okay, and that's what the sort of finished, when I say sort of, the basic product will be. Okay, so that was something we were moving on to in the schools. Now, try your best, if you can, for next week. Here's a task for you. And this is what I've set out for the older pupils, using your chord family sheet. Okay, I must stress the chord family sheet. Right, there was a task that I set for quite a few of you in the schools. Task 1, using Google or YouTube, parents' permission of course, choose a song that you like and write down the chords used in that song. I was quite taken aback actually. The end of last week, there was a pupil of mine who came into school for a lesson with the group, and she brought in a song. I'm not going to mention the song, but she brought the song in, and she'd wrote the words out that she got off YouTube as they're presented, and she'd even wrote the chord names. Okay, so she wrote the chord names above the words of the song, so she knew exactly what chords were used, and quite a few of them were used in our A, D, and E families. All right, so there's the first task. And if there's a chord you're unsure of, just leave a little message in the message one, and I'll explain it back to you, or we can talk about it later on when we do the other families. Or more importantly, using your skill with chord boxes, FSF, finger string fret, working from left to right, you should be able, looking at the chord box on YouTube, which some of the songs have, be able to work the chords out yourself, which would really test the ability. And it'd be quite nice because your parents or grandparents or whoever are looking after you at the minute, they could get involved as well. There might be a song that they like, and you'd be surprised how many songs use 1, 4, and 5. Okay, now for the more advanced players, I set a second task. Using the chord family sheet, practice this chord progression. So now listen to this. Now this is a London College of Music graded chord progression. Okay, so this is quite interesting. So what we start with is we start with A major. There's the A major all in a row. We did that before. Now that goes to a lovely A major 7, which is on your chord family sheet. Then the triangle shape of D major 7, sorry, D of D. Then it's D major 7, Mr. Coates. Then we go to an A chord, then an A7 chord, then finish back with A. That's all on the chord family sheet, okay? All right, there's a couple of chords there, triangle shape of A major 7, D major 7 all in a row. So let's spice that up and see what that could sound like in a rhythmic manner. Yeah, see, so it's obviously rhythm as well. I say obviously because rhythm's a big part in the following lessons to come. Lesson 2, lesson 3, 4, however lessons we need before we all get back. I'll talk about rhythm playing as well. And next lesson, we'll talk about plectrum technique because obviously that will save your thumbs. All right, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you need to leave a comment or you want to, if you anything else, then please free to do so. But I'll look forward to seeing you all next week, and look after yourselves, and we'll be here next week. Okay, thank you very much.